We've all heard of that quote, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. These four foods live up to that hype and they are essential for hair loss and restoration. I'm AQBS and this is Back to the Barber. If this is your first time on this channel, I help men get their high school hairline back naturally no matter the scale of loss. So if you're interested in maximizing, maintaining, or manufacturing new hair, the algorithm has led you to the right place. You won't find this content anywhere else, fam. Why so? Because I'm one of the very few well-documented cases of a person reversing being totally bald for over a decade using simple tools and natty foods. I basically cure balding in the kitchen. The best part is I'm going to give you all of this information for free. Now that we are acquainted, let's get started. Rosemary, peppermint, ginseng, and onion. What is so special about these four particular foods? Now, in the short I gave you guys earlier, I kind of talked about, the scientific things that these foods do, such as ginseng, energy, and rosemary with infection and inflammation. All these things are great. I mean, you can find that information anywhere you go on the internet. I recommend just kind of looking up the different type of processes within the body that they assist with. Now, I'll just name a few of them. Rosemary, antimicrobial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory. Ginseng kind of reduces inflammation. The benefit is the brain function, the immune system. Onion, high in vitamin C, has for immune health, collagen production. Peppermint is also antifungal. It has this calming effect. Now that we got those things out the way, how do I apply these things to your scalp from a practical standpoint? Well, one of the things I notice about peppermint is that flushing feeling, that kind of open feeling. Even when you like chew on a peppermint, wherever you go, like a church or something like that, or you just like peppermint candy, peppermint patties, you'll notice that kind of cold flushing feeling. Now, when you apply that to the scalp, what that does is kind of opens up your pores. The body loves oxygen. So anytime you can give it more oxygen in ways, whether synthetic or natural, it's going to love that. Also, opening up pores releases things such as like gas just trapped. That sounds crazy, but on a micro level, it works too. Also, when the skin is opened up, it allows like the hair to breathe better, the pores to breathe better. It's just all around great for the body. Now, how does this relate to just growing your hair or regrowing your hair? When you open the skin up, it is much easier to absorb the things that you really wanted to absorb. If you were to apply, let's use a human ingenuity product such as minoxidil to grow hair, right? Or some sort of product that you find at the store. If you were to apply peppermint to your scalp and massage it in prior to this shampoo or prior to this product you use, you will find that it works even better. This is why a lot of shampoos, conditioners, things that you buy from the store, right, will have peppermint inside of it, or it would have other things that vasodilate that give you that same feeling. So besides the fact that it has other properties to it, it really opens up the skin and allows other things to be absorbed. Now, rosemary, I kind of use rosemary, I think, in 2 or 3 of the products I created. I had heard these things on the internet, but I want to try it myself. One of the things you can do with natural foods or natty substances or products is that you can eat them. And what it feels like in the mouth, what it feels like in the stomach, it kind of, the scalp will replicate that. So with rosemary, I find it has like a spicy puncture to it, right? And if you know anything about hair growth, you realize that circulation comes from like a spiciness, right? And I can prove that to you because most of the products that you're going to use, like stinging metal, stinging things of this nature, they would have that little sting to it that grows hair, which led me to a year and a half ago. I was outside and I saw the pine leaves. I have a pine tree in the backyard, and you see them all the way everywhere really in Georgia. And I saw this pine leaf, and I remember being as a kid kind of tasting the pine leaf, and I remember that taste, so I got some and I kind of bit it. Yeah, this things I do, right? And I said, wait, that's the same exact feeling or taste as rosemary. And then when you look at the rosemary, you will find that it looks exactly identical to that pine tree. It's the same exact family, because if rosemary works, pine works. So I actually use pine in a lot of my products as well too. Not from that, I actually did the research on it too, and it works great, but most people don't know why it works. It's the stinging nature of it that kind of wakes the follicles up, right? And it also provides a way to get rid of bacteria, microbes, because they don't like that stinging feeling. They don't like being in that environment. So it's a double whammy. It helps with pathogens and it helps with inflammation, but it also helps the burst of energy needed to grow hair, right? So peppermint, rosemary. And one of my other favorites is ginseng. What do I love about ginseng? Ginseng is one of the herbs that I feel is very well known for its properties. In the East, they've been consuming it for years. It's good for the stomach. It's good for the hair. It's an adaptogen. In other words, when it sees an imbalance in your body, it's going to attempt to use itself to balance you out. So if you are too all over the place, jittery, then it's going to calm you. If you're too calming and you don't have energy, it's going to give you energy. That's what they call it, an adaptogen. Ginseng. So therefore, if you use ginseng, which a lot of products do, if you notice, they'll use ginseng, more than likely synthetic, maybe not pure, but they use this ginseng because whatever is lacking in your scalp or in your system is going to compensate for that. I consume ginseng for food, but I also use it in one or two of the products as well too, and it has some great traits. And last but not least, the great onion. Onion is already such a beautiful food when it comes to food. Yes, people don't necessarily like the smell. Yes, it can make your eyes water. But when you look at these foods, let them be your medicine. And when you start really looking at fruits, vegetables, and herbs and botanicals, you'll start noticing a reason why you don't want to just bite an onion. Why? Why don't you just want to bite an onion? Because it's extremely strong. That sulfur taste to it. But then you ask yourself, then what grows hair? And then you look at the products in the aisles, all thousands of them, and you see this sulfur. I mean, they got a product that's just nothing but sulfur. So if sulfur grows hair and onion has all this sulfur, and the body loves things that are natural, then what would an onion do for hair? Besides the fact that, again, viruses, bacteria, microbes do not like onions like that, okay? So these 4 foods, very simple, very cost effective. If I were you, I would chop them up every so often, the way you want to do it, warm them up, boil them for a little while, use them as sort of like a mask once every 2 weeks or so if you're trying to grow hair. Now, if you're trying to regrow hair from a recession or balding, there's other things you can do. You have to follow my channel for those exact details. But just growing hair with these things will do you way better. When I say way better than anything you can buy at the store, look at the back of the ingredients and tell me what you don't see. You're not going to see onion. You're going to see what's derived from the onion. Okay, so that's my video for today. Hopefully something here has helped you to halt hair loss and or restore it. If so, hit the like or subscribe. If not, give another video a chance. I am pretty sure you'll find something interesting. But if I can do it, you all can do it too. Let's get you back to the barber.